Hello guys, thanks for watching this live trading session. Today we'll talk about US crash, about that DXY retreat. We'll take a look on the dollar index, maybe trying to understand maybe how long or how deep the dollar index could drop. We'll talk also about the Bitcoin rally, about potential, maybe also about Orlando's longs in gold, about a potential maybe bullish reversal. Adam Quinn, how are you? Hi Olympio, please can you share your opinion on Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen? Yeah, I will take a look. Please guys, first of all, here is the risk disclaimer. Please read it, it's important, as always. And also if you have maybe more questions, here you can email support, yeah. And please guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can always set reminders, and also you will get a notification every time we will upload new content, new videos. So yeah, so please guys, here is the risk disclaimer. Okay. Hassan Gafar, hi, did you manage to get BTC longs? Okay, I will close this one from here. So today we'll start, guys, with the DXY. And yeah, personally, I'm long on Bitcoin for myself. And personally, I'm not managing the crypto channels. So hi, I can't active my VIP subscription with a 7-day trial. I don't know, Darshak, please email support, they will help you. Okay, and I don't know if you have something like this. Okay, so let's start today and let's talk about the dollar index, because maybe you're wondering why the US dollar depreciates right now versus the other major currencies. As you can see here, guys, on the 4-hour chart, yesterday the dollar index has printed a major bearish engulfing here, so only false breakout above the 94.34, the weekly R3. It has failed to approach to reach my warning line here, the 5th warning line. So failing here to stabilize above the R3 has signaled the potential retreat, and the potential retreat here, a potential drop in the dollar index, forces the dollar to depreciate versus its rivals. And let's take a look here on 1 hour as well, because you can see here test retest, only false breakouts, a gap up, but here the price today has closed this gap, signaling further downside movement. Also breakdown here below yesterday's low, below 94.10, and as you can see right now, it has ignored also the daily S1 94.06. So the bias is bearish here right now in the dollar index. That's why the dollar depreciates versus its rivals right now. Yeah, so we'll take a look also on all markets, on majors, because also on commodities, indexes, cryptocurrencies. So please guys, also I'm waiting for questions here, for messages if you want me to take a look on a specific market. That's why I am here, guys. So further drop here, let's go back to the 4-hour. So further drop here towards the 4th warning line, towards the daily S1, potential further drop as long as it stays below 94.10 could signal that the dollar could resume its depreciation in the short term. Yeah, so let's take a look. Euro versus the US dollar right now. Rebound, this temporary rebound was somehow expected, guys, after this amazing sell-off, after dropping and ignoring 1.1663, after ignoring 1.1612, after dropping below the medium line of the descending pitchfork. Adam Quinn, would you look at the British pound versus the US dollar? Yeah, I will take a look on all markets. Thank you on all on majors, on commodities, cryptocurrencies, indexes. So yeah, Philippe, please can you discuss Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen pair? Yeah, I will take a look on that pair as well. Thank you. One moment, because I have to remove something. Yeah, any update on Nasdaq, on US 100? We'll take a look on that market as well. Okay, so euro versus the US dollar right now here. So I've told you that this rebound, it was somehow expected after this sell-off, amazing drop. So I've told you guys in my previous session, I believe, or in my analysis, that personally I'm waiting maybe for a temporary rebound, bounce back on the euro versus the US dollar. Maybe I want to see retest here of 1.1612 of the medium line, test retest here, and only false breakouts. Maybe stabilization below the medium line, test retest could bring us maybe new short opportunities in euro versus the US dollar, only because the dollar index could start increasing again after ending its minor short-term temporary drop decline. Yeah, so personally I'm still looking for maybe for shorts in euro versus the US dollar after this rebound will be over. Yeah, so personally I'm looking for something like this, and if the price maybe jumps above this, it could come back maybe towards 1.1663 or maybe towards the downtrend line, the immediate downtrend line. But still, as long as it stays also below the downtrend line, below 1.1663, and as long as it stays within this descending pitchfork body, the bias is still bearish. In the here on the maybe on the 4 hour, on the daily, on the medium, maybe to the long term here, and this rebound could be only a temporary one. Gold, I will take a look at on gold as well. The giants, how can you watch at New Zealand dollar versus the Canadian dollar and US dollar Swiss franc? Yeah, I will take a look on all markets. Edwin, I've said that I will take a look on that market. What's happening with GPI in general against other majors? So let's take a look on the Nikkei right now, on the Japanese stock index, and yeah, this aggressive sell-off here. And let's take a look. Euro versus the Japanese yen drop. Yeah, drop here also on the British pound versus the Japanese yen. Right now we have a rebound. I will come back to this pair. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, temporary drop here as well. So personally, Australian dollar, Japanese yen, a temporary drop as well. So personally, when the Nikkei, when the Japanese stock index drops, personally I don't want to be long on the Japan, or I don't want to be short on the Japanese yen. And when the index drops, maybe personally I'll look for longs in the Japanese yen. Yeah, so you saw that all those pairs drop it in the short term after this maybe drop in the Japanese stock index. And right now the Nikkei has plunged far below the medium line of the ascending pitchfork, far below the weekly S2, 29,128.1. So the bias is still bearish here in the Nikkei. Maybe after maybe a temporary rebound, maybe this one will drop deeper, and the potential deeper drop maybe, or a new downside movement could maybe bring us new long opportunities in the Japanese yen. So this is my opinion about the Japanese yen. And because here you can see that the Nikkei has registered only false breakouts above the 30,728 higher high. So this drop, the current drop, was natural. And yeah, as I've told you earlier, maybe we'll have only a temporary rebound here before maybe dropping deeper. Okay. The short, but yeah, Aziz is looking short on Japanese yen. No, is long on the Japanese yen. Is short on the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen. So it's long on the Japanese yen. Yeah. So yeah, this is my opinion. So here on the Nikkei, something like a sideways movement. So yeah, maybe the Japanese stock index could maybe drop deeper also towards the lower medium line in the I don't know, coming weeks, maybe after maybe a temporary rebound here. But as long as maybe it will stay right below something like this, something like a downtrend line, it could drop deeper, and something like a deeper drop could bring us great long opportunities in the Japanese yen. Okay, thank you guys. So I will try to answer to your questions. One moment. So Andy Smith, the British pound versus the US dollar. One moment. So rebound, bounce back here after testing, retesting here the upper medium line of the descending pitchfork after failing to stabilize below it. So also after this sell-off, amazing drop here. It was top entertainment. What about gold? Yeah, I've said earlier that I will take a look on gold. Thank you, and please be patient. As I've told you that after this amazing sell-off, yeah, a rebound was natural, was expected, and right now only because the dollar index drops, as I've shown you earlier, this pair increases right now. So we have a weaker USD, US dollar right now, only because the dollar index drops. And here, personally, I have something like a resistance zone, former support, right above 1.3571, and I will have to wait. And personally, I'll wait. Actually, personally, I'll wait. Maybe this is a spam. I don't know. Okay, so personally, I'll wait for the price maybe to hit this zone, this area, before maybe I will, I don't know, maybe something like a false breakout with great separation, something like a bearish pattern here could signal potential drop again if the dollar index will start increasing again. So I will wait. I will stay away from this pair. I'll wait for something here because personally I believe that only if the price will increase or if it will make a valid breakout above this warning line, it could develop a larger upside movement. Okay, so this could still be only a temporary rebound after this massive drop, after finding support here on the upper medium line, and something like a bearish pattern here, test, retest, false breakouts could signal that maybe the pair will drop again. Yeah, so also because as you can see here, we had this historical support, former resistance, 1.3481. So the pair dropped below it. And yeah, maybe personally I'm still waiting maybe for the price to come back down and maybe to resume its drop if the dollar index will of course resume its upwards movement. Yeah, so yeah, as I told you, I'm waiting for something here because now it's too late maybe to go long here on the short term. Maybe we had something on the lower time frames here after this, something like sideways movement, maybe a new higher high here would have signaled the potential further growth, but I told you that we have something like a resistance zone area here. Yeah, so I don't want to be or actually I don't want to buy it here. I don't want to sell it here because something like a sideways movement or something could signal potential larger growth. Gold, guys, thank you guys. So yeah, it seems that we are really interested in gold. And one moment, because I want to take a look on yeah, on Orlando's trade. Yeah, a temporary drop right after reaching the entry level. So I've sent you guys something today on analysis on gold, and I've talked about the weekly pivot point here in gold. One moment. So I've talked about the weekly pivot point 1758.43, only false breakout, temporary drop, but as you can see, the price of gold stays near the weekly pivot point and also stays right below this downtrend line, immediate downtrend line, down channels upside line. So I told you earlier today in my analysis, I've sent that analysis on the VIP group, I believe, only on for the VIP, from the VIP members. I've told you guys that maybe something like this, I've told you that this retreat could be seen as a potential maybe continuation pattern. Let's take a look on 1 hour. So here, yeah, please take a look. So an amazing rally yesterday after failing here maybe to approach to reach retest 1721.71 or to make a new lower low. Strong rally. Yeah, I told you in my in a video analysis, I've told you that something like potential maybe breakout. One moment. I've told you guys that something like breakout above the immediate downtrend line or something like this would have would confirm maybe a potential rebound, reversal in the short term. So right now it has increased here as much as 1764.24. It has failed to stabilize above the weekly pivot point. It has printed this pin bar here, so false breakout with great separation, signaling that it could decrease a little. And here in the short term, so we have this low here, 1750.67, so sideways movement. And here right now, earlier this 1 hour candle only false breakdown with great separation below 1750.67, so signaling that the buyers, the bulls are strong in the short term here. So personally I believe that as long as it stays above 1750.67, it could maybe try to jump higher. And personally I believe that maybe something like this to jump above the pivot point, to close, to stabilize above it, and a breakout above the downtrend line, maybe also a new higher high here, could really confirm a strong maybe growth here in gold. So this is the rationale behind Orlando's trade, only because also let's take a look on 15 minutes chart. Also maybe we had something like this, yeah, something like this. So breakouts, retests, and then here, yeah, it has found the weekly pivot point here, 1758.56, stands as a strong resistance level, yeah, as a strong static resistance level. So that's why these rejections right now. But after something like this false breakdown here below the former low, retest of this broken down trend line, the upside pressure, the bullish pressure is still high, yeah. So that trade, that Orlando's trade, is still very good right now. So this is my opinion in gold, yeah. So also here its failure to stabilize below the weekly S1, false breakdown here, it has invalidated a potential further drop. And as I've told you earlier today in that analysis, I've told you that the price of gold failed here to retest the downtrend line in yesterday's attempt. But I've told you guys that personally I still believe that the price of gold could come back maybe to challenge this downtrend line, and the valid breakout could signal potential growth. Yeah, I will take a look also on the euro versus the Swiss franc. Thank you. But yeah, first of all, I want to the giants, New Zealand dollar versus New Zealand dollar. One moment, versus the Canadian dollar. Yeah. So let's take a look on this market. So personally, I don't have an analysis here, only because maybe I'm not watching this. This pair is not on my watch list, but yeah, it has retested this uptrend line right now, and of course, maybe after this amazing sell-off drop, maybe yeah, the pair could try to rebound to in the short term. One moment, because I want to draw something like this here. Now also, if we'll use this lower low here, 0.8739, so yeah, it has reached support right now, and potential maybe rebound, potential euro versus US dollar. We talked about euro versus US dollar, but I will take a look again for you. Thank you. So maybe personally I'm waiting here for something, maybe for the price to stabilize above 0.8778. Personally, I would have liked to see something like a stronger, maybe or actually for an extended range here in the short term before maybe taking action, considering going long. But personally, I wait maybe for something here, test, retest, stabilization, accumulation maybe before jumping higher, because it's risky to buy it maybe here, because it could invalidate this breakout and it could come back down. So yeah, this is my opinion on New Zealand dollar versus the Canadian dollar right now in the short term. Yeah, personally, I would have liked to see maybe a false breakdown, gray separation, test, retest before jumping higher or something, or a major engulfing. Yeah, US dollar, one moment, the giants, US dollar versus the Swiss franc. Thank you for your messages and thanks for being here, and please guys, like this video right now here live. This will be highly appreciated, and also this will be helpful for me into the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys. So right now, sell off on the US dollar versus the Swiss franc, only because I've told you guys that personally I'm using a correlation between the dollar index and the US dollar versus the Swiss franc, and when the dollar index drops, I'm looking for shorts in US dollar versus the Swiss franc. So right now the dollar index drops. Thank you, great channel and group. Yeah, thank you. Please like this video if you like the channel and the group. Thank you very much. Okay, so right now temporary drop. Unfortunately, it has failed, guys. If you remember, I've had a long position in US dollar versus the Swiss franc. I've closed that position in profit yesterday, I believe, only because maybe it was a bad decision because the price has jumped higher, but personally I wanted to close that long position in profit only because I thought that maybe the dollar index will come back down. It will drop sooner. Okay, so that was the rationale behind that decision. And right now, as you can see, only false breakouts. It has failed to stabilize above the first warning line. So right now it has dropped again towards the 150% Fibonacci line. Also, we have 0.9274. static support, former resistance, and maybe something here around the 150% Fibonacci line, maybe around 0.9274, something like a bullish pattern, false breakdowns, test, retest, something like a sideways movement could bring us maybe new long opportunities. But I will keep an eye on this pair. Let's take a look also on 1 hour. Canadian dollar versus the Swiss franc. Yeah, I will take a look. Hello guys, I have to say these guys are the real deal. 100% Anthony. Yeah, thank you very much. I will maybe use your message on Instagram. I don't know, to one moment. So here something like this. I will select another color. So I've selected 3 points 1, 2 and 3 to catch this downside movement to encapsulate the price action here. And right now, as you can see, the pair failed here to retest to confirm my descending pitchfork. Yeah, so that's why I wait for something here around maybe the weekly pivot point 0.9263, around 0.9274, because failing to approach to reach the medium line of the descending pitchfork and maybe moving sideways here could bring us something, because maybe when the price fails to approach to reach the medium line of a descending pitchfork, then it could move in the opposite direction. It could be attracted by the upper medium line. So I will keep an eye on this zone, on this area, on the price action, maybe because if the dollar index will end its retreat, its drop, then maybe we'll have a new long opportunity. Franc videos, I just joined it now. Have you discussed it? Gold? Yeah, I've talked about gold, but I will take a look again on gold. Don't worry, because Orlando sent his trade in gold for you guys today in the early morning. So I want to also Euro versus the US dollar. We talked about this pair, but I will take a look again really quick here. So whoa, sorry. So as I told you earlier, Euro versus the US dollar, this rebound, this bounce back was expected after this amazing sell-off drop, after dropping below all these support levels, downside obstacles. And I've told you that personally I'll wait for the price maybe to retest all these, the medium line 1.1612, or actually also 1.1663 if it will maybe jump and stabilize above the medium line. But if the pair stays here, test, retest, only false breakouts above 1.1612, above the medium line, only false breakouts and stabilization below the medium line, then maybe we'll have a new short opportunity in Euro versus the US dollar. This is my opinion, and personally I believe that only something like this, the price to jump, to stabilize here, could increase towards 1.1663, towards the downtrend line. Also, after its failure here to come back to test, maybe to retest the immediate downtrend line, this downtrend line, it has signaled that the sellers are very strong and that the pair could drop. Okay, so this is my opinion, and this could still be only a temporary rebound before maybe dropping deeper. Also, because let's take a look here. Also because it has plunged, it has dropped also below 1.1612, below these former lows. And as you already know from my previous sessions analysis, personally I have something here like a major head and shoulders pattern, a reversal pattern, and this was my neckline. But still I'm waiting for the price to stabilize maybe below 1.1612, maybe to make a new lower low, to get a confirmation, or actually to get a confirmation that this pattern is activated, and that the Euro versus US dollar will develop a larger downside movement. Hey bud, what do you think of Australian dollar versus US dollar? Yeah, I will take a look on that market as well. Thank you. So Euro, Swiss franc. I'm trying, and I will try to answer to all your messages, questions. Euro versus the Swiss franc. I have something here. So I've had an ascending pitchfork, but the price failed to stay within this pitchfork, signaling a potential drop. And yeah, sideways movement, breakdown, new lower low, drop below 1.0815, signaled downside movement here in the short term. But this is not on my watch list. I don't like maybe to trade this pair. One moment. So here in the short term, maybe something like this. Also today this candle here, after this breakdown below 61.8, 1.0788, after this drop below the S1, this candle here signals and indicates strong sellers, and a deeper drop maybe is favored, is in cards right now, maybe after this candle here. So new lower low here, yeah, retest maybe here of this former low, maybe only false breakout, actually with great separation above 1.0807. So the pressure is still high here on euro versus the Swiss franc. So the deeper drop maybe towards the lower middle line towards the 78.6 is in cards. But this, you should know that this is not a trading signal. This is not a recommendation. I'm not a financial advisor. Everything is only for educational purpose, and these are only my analyses, my opinions. Thank you. Okay. One moment, because I have to take a look on your Canadian dollar versus the Swiss franc. Thank you, guys. Whoa, what have we? So something like a sideways movement here, and what can I say here? It's that the Canadian dollar versus the Swiss franc reached this resistance zone, resistance area, former support. Only false breakouts. And personally, I believe that only a valid breakout could signal a larger growth here. But I don't understand why you want to trade this pair, because yeah, personally, I don't like the price action here. David Scalvans, what's your opinion on gold? I think it will reach at least 1,820. Yeah, I told you, David, that the price of gold could develop maybe a larger upside movement if it will maybe escape from that down channel. Maybe if it will make a new higher high. Also, if the dollar index maybe will drop deeper. Yeah, so here in the Canadian dollar versus the Swiss franc, I don't have something really good. I can say maybe that something like a new lower low, maybe a potential drop below 0.7304 could maybe signal a new downside movement, a deeper drop here in the short term, and only something like this moving sideways, followed by a valid breakout above these resistance levels could signal potential growth here in this pair. One moment, because let's take a look also on the economic calendar, guys. It's important because the XY again. So still bearish here on the 4-hour chart. Still below 94.10 former low, and let's take a look here, because in about 15 minutes, guys, the US is to release its ISM manufacturing PMI. So the economists, the specialists, are expecting maybe a potential drop from 59.9 points to 59.6. We'll have to wait to see how the dollar will react. Personal spending better than expected today, earlier today. Personal income in line with expectations. Core price index better than expected. So yeah, positive US data. Final manufacturing PMI from the United States. 60.7 above 60.5, so better than expected as well. So maybe if the ISM manufacturing PMI will come in better than expected, also maybe construction spending, but revised consumer sentiment, better than expected data today in 15 minutes could boost the dollar index, could push the dollar higher versus its rivals. The US dollar could appreciate again if the US data will come in better than expected. And one moment, guys, because I want to invite more members here. Maybe there are members who want to join us. Okay. One moment, guys, to share it to all groups. Okay, so maybe I've told you that this drop on the dollar index could be only a temporary one, and maybe better than expected the US data could force maybe the dollar index to jump higher. Yeah, so it could only test or retest the warning line, maybe the R2 93.72 before jumping higher if the US data will come in better than expected. And you should be careful because this could have an impact also on gold. Right now, gold, the price of gold, it has rallied. It continues to pressure the weekly pivot point. As I told you, 1758.51, and I believe that only a valid breakout here above the downtrend line, a new higher high, could really signal an important growth. 1820. Yeah, I've told you that maybe the price of gold will develop and print a strong upside movement if it makes a valid breakout above the downtrend line, if it makes a new higher high. But yeah, we'll still have to wait maybe for confirmation. But yeah, Orlando's trade is still good. It one moment, it runs in profit, I believe. Yeah, right above entry level. So gold still looks good as the dollar index drops right now, plunges ahead of that US ISM manufacturing PMI high impact data indicator. What's your opinion on gold? So we talked about gold several times. I will take a look right now. Australian dollar versus the US dollar. So a nice rally here in the short term on the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, only because yeah, I've told you that the US dollar is punished and is weakened by that TXY sell-off right now. But here, Australian dollar versus the US dollar, as long as it stays below the upper medium line, personally I don't want to be maybe long on this pair. Maybe we had something in the on the lower time frames after that drop, but now I don't like the price action here after this candle here, after this spike. Right now the Australian dollar versus the US dollar has increased, has rallied. So right now the Australian dollar versus the US dollar has increased only because the the dollar index drops right now, and not because maybe we have a strong Australian dollar, right? And I want to see something here because here we have a resistance zone area, an upper medium line. Also here is the weekly pivot point, so I'll wait to see how the price maybe will react here around these levels. Adam Queen, how much will the US data dump impact the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen? We'll have to wait to see how much, but I don't know, because maybe there are moments when yeah, we have strange reactions around maybe data dump or something, but I don't believe that maybe the US data maybe will have a big impact, or actually it could have on the Japanese yen. And as long as maybe this that trade in the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen is yen driven, maybe yeah, it will have an impact. Sad to see that less and less members are interested in your webinars. Yeah, these things happen. I don't know why. So Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen, after this candle here, after its failure maybe to retest maybe the medium line, after its failure maybe to stay above 87.88, yeah, the pressure is still high, and yeah, maybe it could drop deeper. Also after this maybe pattern, something like a double top reversal pattern here, breakdown here below this former low 87.62, drop, only false breakout above it, and maybe dropping below this downtrend line maybe could signal potential deeper drop. Yeah, one moment, because I will take a look also on your messages to answer. So we talked about euro versus the Swiss franc, gold, euro versus the US dollar. New Zealand dollar, Canadian, US dollar, Swiss franc, US 100, guys. So the Nasdaq, I've told you guys in a daily video uploaded into the YouTube channel, I told you here that we may have a larger downside movement after, guys, dropping below this immediate after the immediate uptrend lines. Yeah. And right now the Nasdaq, the US 100 dropped also below this low, a new lower low, below 14,715.7. It's pressuring the 38.2 retracement level, the weekly S2, and maybe stabilizing below these levels could signal maybe potential further drop towards this former low, 14,457, guys. And we have something here like maybe major support zone, former resistance, and around the 61.8, yeah, retracement level. So yeah, right now I'm talking about the US 100, and I will take a look also on US 500, on US 30, on DAX 30, Edwin, Platinum. Yeah, I will take a look on that market as well. Please, guys, I told you that I will take a look on all markets. I will be here, and I'm waiting for questions. And I'm really glad to answer to your questions. So here around the 61.8 retracement level, 13,989, we have a major support zone, support area, demand zone. So maybe stabilizing below the 38.2 could signal a potential deeper drop here, but yeah, we'll have to wait for confirmation. Right now, maybe if the US 100. Actually, it's almost to print something here like a false breakout with great separation above 14,715.7. In this candle will be closed in 4 minutes. And yeah, stabilizing here below this could signal maybe potential further drop in the short term here on the US 100 on the Nasdaq. And I've told you, and maybe if you want to take a look, to watch again maybe that video analysis on our YouTube channel, you still can, when I talked about a major maybe correction here in US 100. And personally, I've drawn here a descending pitchfork 1, 2, 3 to catch this downside movement. Unfortunately, it has failed to approach to reach the medium line, but the pressure is still high as long as the price stays right below this upper medium line within the descending pitchfork's body. Yeah. So the medium line could be used also as a potential downside target if the price continues to drop. So right now for the VIPs, one moment, I will take a look. Yeah. So Euro versus US dollar runs in profit, US dollar versus the Canadian dollar runs in profit, Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen runs in profit. And also gold, Orlando's trading gold is right below break even, around the US data dump right now. So US 500, one moment. So I told you guys that something like this, a new lower low, drop, breakdown below 43.52.5, below the lower medium line of the ascending pitchfork, could maybe signal maybe a deeper drop in the short term. Yeah. So the US 500, the S&P, it's vulnerable right now after dropping below these former lows, immediate lows. And right now it has found a temporary support here at 4270.1, temporary rebound, but yeah, the pressure is still high here in US 500. I will also use yeah, whoa, so very important here. Here is my 150% Fibonacci, 150% Fibonacci line of the ascending pitchfork, and yeah, the S&P, the US 100 bounced back, rebounded after reaching this confluence area at the intersection between 4270 and this 150% Fibonacci line. So yeah, you can look. Also, you can search for this kind of confluence areas, because if the price would have registered the valid breakdown through this confluence area, then the US 500 would have maybe registered a sharp drop. But only a retest has sent the price up again, because we don't have something like a false breakdown. Also, a false breakdown through this confluence area would have signaled maybe a strong rebound here. So personally, I'm still waiting here maybe for something. I've told you that the bias is bearish, and maybe on this the US 500 could maybe drop deeper. Let's take a look here. Also descending pitchfork to catch this downside movement. Yeah, the price failed to retest the upper medium line. It has failed to approach to reach the medium line, but the pressure is still high, because a new lower low dropping below today's low could signal a deeper drop here. US 30. So US 30, guys. Okay, US 30, and also let's refresh our economic calendar, and let's talk also about the US 30, because yeah, we had the new sell-off here, drop. So when maybe the US 100 drops, maybe the US 30 will drop as well, maybe the US 500 will drop as well. So you can use maybe that correlation. Let's take a look on our economic calendar. So ISM manufacturing PMI better than expected, 61.1 points above 59.6 expected. Revised consumer sentiment 72.8 above 71.0. ISM manufacturing prices 81.2 above expectations, so better than expected. US data. Let's take a look on the dollar index, because and right now that trading gold drops, only because as you can see here, let's take a look on a lower time frame. Yeah, right now the dollar index rebounded. After these better than expected US data, the dollar index rebounded, bounced back, jumped higher, and yeah, it could come back maybe to retest the 94 and 10. I've told you guys that maybe better than expected US data could help the dollar index to rebound, but still the pressure is high. As long as it stays, if the dollar index stabilizes below 94 and 10, it could come back down to retest the fourth warning line before maybe jumping higher. And very important, registering here on the 4-hour, this 4-hour candle will be closed in 56 minutes, and if the dollar index prints maybe something like false breakdown with great separation, maybe below 94 and 10, false breakdown with great separation, stabilizing above yesterday's low, could bring a temporary bullish momentum. Yeah, the potential rally towards the warning line. So better than expected US data, guys, but still that trading gold is still valid. As I told you, right now only false breakouts above the weekly pivot point, 1758.50, but I've told you that as long as the price stays maybe above this low, the bias is still bullish in gold, despite that rebound in the dollar index. Bitcoin, guys. If you remember, I've talked about something like this here, something like a sideways movement, retest of the lower medium line of the ascending pitchfork, false breakdowns, about the 50% retracement level, which was seen as a strong support level, support zone, 40,904. So here in the short term, it has moved sideways, it has jumped above the weekly pivot point, it has retested this level, and after these failures to come back to retest maybe the downtrend line, here when it has reached the downtrend line, breakout, aggressive breakout. And also Orlando sent for you guys today something like short squeeze in Bitcoin. So yeah, he was right, and the price of Bitcoin, yeah, was expected to grow today, guys, after moving sideways. Only retest, false breakdowns below the lower medium line have signaled after maybe this amazing rally that the price of Bitcoin will increase in the short term. Adam Quinn, can you share your opinion on the Canadian dollar with the news release. Yeah, I will take a look on the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen, but I believe that the situation is the same right now in the short term. So Bitcoin here, so aggressive breakout here above this downtrend line, and also aggressive breakout above the medium line of the ascending pitchfork. Yeah, so personally I believe that something here like a sideways movement, that retest, accumulation, consolidation here after this rally above the medium line, above the weekly R1, above the 23.6, maybe could signal potential further growth in Bitcoin. Yeah, so it seems that this correction, retreat, downside movement, it's over, and that the price of Bitcoin could jump higher again. Yeah. Platinum, let's take a look. So this CFD on platinum. This is not on my watch list, so but I will still look on this market, on this commodity. So actually I've had something here. Maybe I've talked about something like an invalidation here. So yeah, an uptrend. Thanks, Edwin. Breakdown, retest of the broken uptrend line, new lower low, test retest of 1026.50, and then drop, new lower low and drop. And right now let's do something like this. So in the short term, let's go back on the 4-hour. So right now in the short term, this could be only a temporary rebound. Actually, we'll have to wait here for something, because as you can see, the price failed to approach to reach this downtrend line. Yeah, it's back above the 50% retracement level, and maybe something here like a sideways movement, accumulation, consolidation could bring also a breakout, and the valid breakout could signal a potential strong growth here in platinum. But we'll have to wait. Personally, I will wait for something here, for a strong, maybe bullish pattern before considering going long, or I'm waiting for a new selling opportunity. Yeah, because maybe if the price will drop and stabilize below the 50% Fibonacci line, it could maybe resume its drop, its sell-off. But we'll have to wait. Yeah, actually I'll wait for something. And here in the short term, I want to draw maybe something like this, an ascending pitchfork. It has failed here to stabilize above the medium line. That's why I've said that maybe something here like this, maybe test, retest of the medium line, and new lower low, drop below the 50% Fibonacci line could signal a potential drop here. Yeah, so the pressure is still high as long as the platinum is traded and located below the downtrend line. So we'll have to wait for something here, and maybe I will come back maybe with analysis or something in platinum for you, Edwin. Okay, please guys, if you have maybe more questions, Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen for Adam Queen. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, temporary rebound here, growth, but technically guys, after its failure here to stabilize above the medium line of the ascending pitchfork, the pressure is high. Yeah, and I don't know, maybe only something like this, something like a sideways movement or something could really signal a potential strong growth here, because I've told you that we had something like a double top here pattern, new lower low, drop, the price was stopped, the bearish momentum was stopped maybe by this downtrend line right below this downtrend line, and also that let's take a look. Japanese stock index on the Nikkei, this temporary rebound forced maybe the yen to depreciate a little. Yeah, so it's still good. US dollar versus the Japanese yen sell off right now only because yeah, the dollar index has retreated, has dropped, and also the dollar, the Japanese stock index has dropped as well. So also after this amazing rally, this drop in US dollar versus the Japanese yen was natural, expected. Unfortunately, it has failed here to stabilize above 111.65, and right now it's retesting my 150% Fibonacci line, and I will also want to add my first warning line there. Okay, so something here: test, retest, consolidation, stabilization. If the US dollar versus the Japanese yen stays above the 150% Fibonacci line, maybe we'll have something again soon. If the dollar index maybe will jump higher on this pair. One moment, because I want to draw something here. So yeah, and as you can see here, we have a confluence area here at the intersection between 150% Fibonacci line and the 38.2 retracement level, 110.94. Yeah, so here only false breakdown with great separation, only a false breakdown, test, retest here could bring us maybe a new long opportunity in US dollar versus the Japanese yen. And yeah, I will send maybe my trade if I have confirmation here for the VIP members. And if you want to get my trades, if you want to follow all our trades, all our VIP trades, to copy our VIP trades, you should become a VIP member by accessing the link posted right below this video. And also, please guys, like this video if you like maybe my analysis, if you like the way that I'm analyzing the markets or something. So confluence area, and only a valid breakdown below it, valid breakdown, test, retest, stabilization could signal a larger and deeper drop. Yeah, here in US dollar versus the Japanese yen. US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Nice nice sell-off after its failure here to stabilize above the weekly pivot point, 1.272024. Adam Queen, thank you as well. Have a great weekend as well. So if guys, if you have maybe more questions, I'm still here, and I was live here for 1 hour and 3 minutes maybe. But I'm still here if you want me to take a look on more markets. Global Nigeria official info channel. Thank you, Olympia. Yeah, thank you as well. Thank you as well. So here I've talked about something like in my previous webinar session, the Forex webinar. I've talked about a potential head and shoulders pattern here. This is my neckline, but I've told you that this pattern will be confirmed only by something like this. Yeah, so right now we cannot talk about something like this as long as the price stays above this strong support zone, sorry, above this demand zone. We'll have to wait maybe for the price to test, retest it. We'll have to wait for the price maybe to print something like a bullish pattern here, which will confirm and will activate or will bring a new leg higher, or maybe something like a value breakdown below my neckline. It's less likely to happen, but yeah, maybe this will take shape. I don't know. Euro, Daniel Vogel, euro versus the Canadian dollar, euro, Canadian dollar. Let's take a look. Something like a sideways movement between 1.51 1.46, and I believe that I told you guys that maybe the price could drop deeper here as long as it stays below the medium line of the descending pitchfork, and only false breakout here. The pressure is still high, and but personally, maybe I will look for long opportunities for new long signals here, yeah, around 1.46, around the weekly S2 1.4627, around my lower medium line of the descending pitchfork, because test retest, false breakdowns, or its failure to reach these levels, the lower medium line or something, or registering only false breakdowns with great separation, so to drop below all these, to close far above, test retest, or follow it by something like a strong bullish candle, it could maybe bring new long opportunities here in euro versus the Canadian dollar. But right now the Canadian dollar is strongly bullish. The Canadian dollar appreciates also versus the US dollar, so we'll have to wait. Personally, I'll wait for something here, and I will look for maybe longs here. Yeah, because we have something like support zone, support area. Yeah, of course, if it will maybe drop towards this level, if it maybe makes a new, if it will make a new lower low, if it drops below 1.4662, we'll have to wait. Yeah, for and when I'll have something, guys, a trade, I will share my trades with you guys, with the VIP members, and maybe I will send something also for the free group. But personally, I really like to share my trades with our VIP members, because the VIP members are paying for our services, for our trades, to have access to all our analyses, daily watch list, market analyses. Yeah. Okay, and for those who are not VIP members, you can become a VIP member by accessing the link posted right below this video. Ethereum, let's take a look. Nice rally here as well, only because the price of Bitcoin has increased. Yeah. So right now it's pressuring. Ethereum challenges the downtrend line. It has failed here to come back towards 2650, former low, lower low. We'll have to wait here maybe for a valid breakout above the downtrend line on Ethereum. Dogecoin, it has managed to stabilize above the medium line of the descending pitchfork. Here it has registered only false breakdowns below 0.1963, and right now it has jumped above the weekly pivot point, above this former low, and personally I believe that test retest and the valid breakout above the upper medium line of the descending pitchfork could signal maybe potential growth in Dogecoin. DAX 30, guys. DAX 30 is at support. Yeah, support, former lows here, only false breakdown, great separation, but unfortunately we have this candle here, this spike up, so maybe personally I'll wait for something, test retest again here, maybe before turning to the upside or something, because maybe here we may have something like a double bottom or something, but we cannot talk about something like a double bottom as long as the price stays below this high here. Yeah. So this candle here, this pin bar, false breakdown, great separation, could signal that this drop is over, and maybe that the price of the German stock index could try to increase. But something here, test retest of false breakdowns and the value breakout above the immediate downtrend line could signal potential growth here in DAX 30. New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. So I will delete this one from here. So medium line, here is my lower medium line, upper medium line. Here we had a pattern, a triangle, breakdown, retest, and all these false breakouts above the upper medium line and retest have signaled a deeper drop. And also, as long as the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar stays maybe below this inside sliding parallel line here, it could drop again, and it could maybe approach and reach the medium line if the dollar index resumes its upwards movement. Yeah, and also here we have something like maybe major support zone. Yeah, but as I've told you, this could be only a temporary rebound after this amazing sell-off. Test retest here, something like maybe pin bar around this area here, or a bearish engulfing or something could signal a new downside movement. Okay guys, it seems that you don't have more questions. I will end this webinar right now. I believe that I talked about all markets. I've tried to answer to your questions, and please guys, again, please like this video here. I'm waiting for comments right below this video. Yeah, this is the only way we can communicate. Maybe you can comment right below this video, and I will come back and I will try to answer to your questions, to your maybe, I don't know, messages, feedbacks. Yeah, because this is the only way we can communicate, guys. Okay, so I will end this webinar here, and before doing that, let's take a look on our real account, on our MetaTrader 4 AvaTrade.